Lazarus has come a long way.
Came from a background where he was taken care of by a single parent.
Mga bilang passed away time and been 3 years old.
Given situation, we would give up, but he has that drive in him.
Lazarus is a charismatic, cheerful person.
He's got a lot of integrity.
He's very humble.
He's somebody that you trust right away, and he gets the job done.
Plenty line and been helping all of I walk near to me one tablol.
Ein ken man meresa kamol young pla middle age hapon sa any age group man meresa kam.
Every day I see the work he does. I mean, I follow his page on Facebook.
Even because he stablo me too na man them too and now I'll walk stab and through the Lazarus and I'll go walk na stab.
Lazarus Towa, a familiar name to many professionals whom he has helped through his Facebook page to secure employment opportunities. The life story of this inspiring young man in itself is a success story that deserves to be heard so that it can inspire others who have faced similar situations or are currently in such struggles in life. The struggle he has faced and overcome in his life is surely an inspiration and is the true definition of anything is possible through determination.
Thank you. As many would already know me, my name is Lazarus Towa. I'm from Chimbu, Kerawagi district, and I am currently working with the US Embassy.
Lazarus' childhood is one of the sad stories which is common among many families in Papua New Guinea, where children face to grow up with a single parent.
My upbringing or childhood till today was very tough. Lost my mom when I was 2 months old, and dad passed away when I was in grade 11. That was in 2009. And I am the only child in the family, and well, dad always played the role of being a mother and a father to me, and regardless of the journey, I was very determined.
So since primary school come go high school and big sis blomisal about them in Lazarus been working grade 10 and big sis been scholarships and go to Australia.
His young life, growing up with only his father, was a real struggle, especially living in a suburb which was known as a notorious area in Port Moresby.
I started elementary. That was at 6 Mile Loli Rosary. That's when Dad also retired from as a public servant. Basically, my life with him, it was through struggles and hardships, because he was no longer employed. So we had to find means and ways to survive through selling of betel nut in the front yard of our house, and like the journey was tough. People know 6 Mile is a notorious place and it's in the settlement, and the struggles and the influence, especially for drugs and ombru or like that, it's common. You will see those things every day. So I was influenced to get drugs and alcohol like ombru. I almost lost myself, not my life, but like my future or like that.
As peer pressure took its height during his teenage, it was during this time of his life that had a huge impact in his upbringing and also the turning point of his education and life as a whole.
I was thankful that I entered a Catholic school like Don Bosco, which I was be able to find help through the priest, which not only they helped me, but I was loving and helpful person. I normally help them in terms of church activities or youth activities or like that. So we had to support each other through my education.
Me been work lo Don Bosco stop na Lazarus been school lo Don Bosco. Grade 7 go lo grade 12. So from there me work lo Don Bosco stop and lo pay lo me and father Sarasim pay lo me lo school fee lo Lazarus.
Dad normally comes to the school and visit me almost every weekend or every fortnight, like. So everyone in the school, they knew him, especially the teachers and the priest and like that. So he passed away when I was in grade 11. So when Dad passed away, like everyone in the school, they loved me because of how cheerful I am and how helpful I am to the school and to my colleague students like that. So
And problem been all rational golo Pacific International lo emergency na mi problem go lukunan. So up now problem been die. And big system started lo Australia na mi na lilik system lo mi na mo klo Westpac and mi klasa lo ka to mem sa time. Lo side lo school fee o one side na mi klasa lo ka to mem la.
when Dad died, the principal gave me 2 weeks to sort myself out and then come back to school. So when I returned, seeing the drive and desire that I had to pursue my education, because they knew that that is the only one that I have. I have nothing apart from that. So when I lose that, they thought that that's the end of me now. I would be just walk away from school and be nobody. But when I came back and they saw the drive and desire in me, like they partly funded my or support my grade 12 school fee.
Support from the priests and brothers at Don Bosco Technical Secondary, and along with the help his family gave, Lazarus continued his education and made it into a higher institution.
Okay, when I went to university, I took up communications as my major and psychology as my minor. Yeah. So it's a 4-year program which I went in 2011 and finishes 2014. Just graduated recently 2015.
Even though he faced a lot of obstacles during his time at the University of Papua New Guinea, he was determined to complete his degree program.
When I entered the school, like, there's no one to support me, especially for printing, and I realized that selling like snacks or buai or smoke or like that, it's the only way to sustain myself. Many other colleagues of mine at the university who we graduate together, who we went to school together, if they see me anyway now, they would remember me as a salesman from the university.
Through his determination to achieve his dream, he continued on his education and completed his studies at the University of Papua New Guinea. Through his hard work and good character, he found great employment opportunities after his studies.
When growing up, like, I normally misopimol radio number tatachimol wire and like that. So that thought of become an IT specialist was there during childhood. And then when I went to Don Bosco, I almost fulfilling it by taking up IT at Don Bosco, and going to uni, I took up communication. So I can see the link that in it. But after graduating from the university and going into the workforce, I was doing something totally different from what I was, what I thought I would be. And like right now, doing what I've been doing, helping people or like that, I don't regret. Currently, I am employed with the U.S. Embassy or by the U.S. Embassy as a cultural affairs assistant. So comparing that with my dream, I would say it's not a huge difference, because nowadays, like, you need IT skills to do your normal day-to-day job or all the other jobs that you normally do. You know, technology come into play, so at least you have some IT background to do all those your job. So I don't see any mismatch in between my dream and my current. But like I said earlier, I felt the satisfaction of at least doing something worthy.
He's got a lot of integrity.
He's adaptable to any situation, and that's one thing I appreciate working with him.
Lazarus is a very humble person, and he's very helpful.
I'm always happy to be around Lazarus because we're always adaptable to different situations.
He's very dependable, and
He's always willing to learn things.
he's somebody that you trust right away, and he gets the job done. And
Even his workmates say Lazarus is a unique person with a kind heart and the attitude and character of a leader.
Lazarus is very easy to work with. He's very competent as a supervisor. It's always nice to have somebody that you can know that you can assign something to, and that they're just going to get it done, and you don't have to think about it after that. He's got a lot of integrity. Again, he's somebody that you trust right away, and he gets the job done, and that's something I really appreciate.
There's under public affairs. I have known Lazarus since 2014. We were colleagues back at our previous organization we worked for, that's Australia Awards. So I've known him for quite some time. He's very outgoing, and he talks to everyone he knows, and he's easily to get along with. So, yeah.
Mr. Towa is a unique person and a hard worker. In the time that I've worked with Mr. Towa, he has never complained or went into an argument with any of the colleagues. He is someone you can, like I said before, you can go to for help. He's always available to talk to.
I'm one of the senior staff in our section, so basically I took Lazarus in when he started off under my wing and walked him through, and since we started working together, it's always a pleasure to work with him. He's always willing to learn things.
His struggles in life and his success, despite all the challenges he has faced, has made him realize the need to help others like him. He is currently doing this through his Facebook page, where he helps ordinary Papua New Guineans to find and secure employment opportunities.
This Facebook page, which is called Current Job Vacancies Repost with LT. When I entered the workforce, like, I was fortunate, and when getting into the workforce, I saw my friends who were still looking for jobs, my colleagues at the university, so I was like helping them photocopy, printing, scanning their papers. And by doing that, I realized that it's not only my friends who needed Papua New Guinea needs like an help in the service, so that they could at least find help to get employed or like that. So I realized that how would I come up with something which will still capture their interest, and they would interact, and we could communicate together, and they could get my help. So I realized that most of the job seekers are young people, and most of those people are really into social media nowadays. So I saw that Facebook is a good platform to be utilized to capture their interest like that. So I created this page in December of 2014. So basically, the page is to repost current vacancies that I come across from different websites or job sites or websites of organizations or even newspapers. I normally scan the vacancy and then crop it and repost it as an image and also I post my CV samples, letter samples, interview tips, and all those. And I check the page membership, and it was 121,600 plus. And it's not only in Papua New Guinea, it's globally. I have followers from all the Pacific countries, even as far as East Asia, Africa, Caribbean, America, Europe. And it's growing every day. And also one of the important, or one of the milestone that I picked out from this page is almost 90% of all the organizations in Papua New Guinea follow this page. And most HRs in the organization, they do post their vacancies there now. They tend to do away with newspapers because or job seeks page, which costly for them. And even most of those organizations, they come directly to me to recommend candidates for them to hire. So like in my database or in my hard drive, I have almost over 30,000 plus CVs. So that's a collection for almost 5 years now. So I do encourage organizations to post vacancies or like that, and it's growing. And I don't know how I came up with this rough idea, but it turned out to be helpful. And to date now, 450 plus Papua New Guineans gain employment through this page. That 450 plus, that's reported cases. For those who came back and say thank you through emails or inbox messages. So, like, I believe there's more successful cases, but they find it hard to come back to me based on their own reasons.
People who come for his help are from all walks of life. Most of the people who come for his help visit him where he rents, and just outside the veranda, he interviews them and helps them to fix up their CV and letters.
I experience many of such, like some I don't even know, they don't even reported back that they were successful, but when they saw me, they just openly say thank you.
Planti line and been helping all up in walk. Near to me one plablol, even big class stable me too, na man blem too, and now I'll walk stuff and through the Lazarus and I'll go walk my stuff.
And I follow his page on Facebook, and every day I see what he does. It just inspires me, and I tell my kids about it. Like, this is Uncle Laz, his mom's workmate. This is someone you look up to. I tell people around me that.
The main thing that I always appreciate is the smile that they give. You know, when imagine a father or mother who has a family to feed, and you see struggling for the last 5 years, 4 years, 2 years, looking for a job, and when you help him or her, you see gets employed, and the thank you, not a gift, not a material thing, but that simple thank you and smile that comes from the heart, it's priceless. Money cannot buy this. So that's what I normally appreciate. And that's what kept on motivating me to helping another and help. And I will continue to help as long as I live.
No, me landlord Lazarus come rent now. Start one time me now 1 year, 34 months or something, 5 months now. Pasin be good bla humble character blame me because of humble, good man. When sa got bel soren help me line. Okay, this land me look say we big bla walk and I help me man Mary. Where all can find work na living life will help me later. So one something sometimes minus bisa like him was me thinking to me was me like him. I'm going one bla have when salon bla central location. So I'm going bla office. I'm setting one bla office street. Now I'm walking by good bla more.
His interest to help people has earned him recognition of what he does. To date, he says these recognitions have been his greatest achievements ever in his life.
Through my work, I was able to be recognized. Firstly, in 2017, I was recognized at United Nations Youth Champions for Sustainable Development Goals. That was in 2017. And in 2018, I was awarded Commonwealth Youth of the Year, representing East Asia Pacific. So I had a chance to meet Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. During that time, they were still girlfriend and boyfriend, but now they're a couple now. And coming back from England, I was awarded Young Man of Honor 2018 from the Digital Foundation. These are the three awards that I was able to be recognized, and I don't take those awards and those recognition as something which will motivate me to do extraordinary, or it's not something that I was aiming for. Those recognitions just came from their own wish, that they want to come and all come, so it won't affect or influence my work. I will still do what I love doing, because it's my passion to help people, and I will still do it regardless of recognition or no recognition. I will still do that. Yeah.
He has faced a lot to be so successful. He encourages others who are facing struggles in life to never give up, but continue to strive for success, and also to be always determined when trying to achieve goals you set.
Life is not easy. Life is tough. But in order to face life, you have to be tough also. And you have to be determined to achieve whatever goals and ambition that you have in life. There's no one will come and you can get advice, go to a professional advisor to give you all the latest or updated advice or like that, but in order to implement and to take those advice, it's you. No one will come and force you to do it. So you have to be determined, you have to be disciplined, and commit yourself to whatever you are aiming in life. And that's the only way where you could you will achieve. And to complement or to accompany those blessings, you have to have the Lord with you, and He will guide you through to achieve what you want to achieve. And always have time with Him and pray and ask Him for guidance and like that. And the main thing I always tell people that come to seek my assistance or like that, you have to be determined to achieve what you want to achieve.